Hello and welcome to Kitchen Postcards. Today I'm going to make Moong Dal Khichdi in the Instant Pot. I'll be adapting Sakshi's recipe that's on the blog. It's a quick, easy, nutritious recipe that's also delicious and endlessly customizable according to your taste. But before we move on, I have a small request. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you never miss a recipe again. Khichdi is made across India using a different combination of grains and lentils, sometimes with a mix of vegetables. It is comparable to porridge but can be really decadent. Khichdi is a big time saver, quick and easy to make, requiring almost no advanced prep. Since I am adapting a recipe Sakshi wrote on the blog, I spoke with her and we discussed our memories of eating khichdi as children. Follow along as I cooked and we chat. For this recipe, you will need half a cup basmati rice or any Indian variety, half a cup moong chilka dal. Adjust quantities of both to make 1 cup. You can customize the tadka to your liking. I'm using cloves and peppercorns and skipping green chilies because I don't use them. So feel free to experiment. There are no hard and fast rules. Now let's get this khichdi started. The next step is to prepare our rice and dal, to clean them and to soak them. I wash them in separate bowls and then soak them together. You could also do this in one large bowl. Fill the bowl, gently swirl the grains with your hand, drain the water and repeat until the water runs clear. Then soak the rice and dal together in 2 cups of water. Do you recommend soaking, or can I just wash them and go straight to cooking?
Soaking does help. I think there's this particular technique of blasting the grain. That is something that we do when we take out soaked grains and then put them in the tadka and then just cook them a bit. So that I think adds to something. But at the end of the day, you are going to cook it under pressure, whether in a pressure cooker in my case or in an instant pot in yours, and it will be reduced to just it ghul jayega wo saath mein. It will be like all dissolved together. So it's fine. It's your wish. Try it both ways. Maybe someday, if you're soaking today, maybe next time don't soak it. So whichever way, I think I don't see too much of a difference. It's great either ways.
After the soaking, the next step is to prepare our tadka, and we talked about it, so follow along. So you've added a tadka, and is that something that you grew up eating, or is that something you've added?
That is what I have done. I did not grow up eating the version with the tadka. I have added pyaz, tomato, lasan, adrak tadka to it, and I think that adds a lot of new flavor, and there is of course added texture because of chopped vegetables being there. Of course they're cooked to a mush, but even then it's quite nice. It adds a lot of flavor.
After your ingredients are prepped, it's time to start cooking. Plug in your Instant Pot, open the lid and turn it on saute mode at high for 10 minutes. I had to extend my time later, so I would recommend starting with a 10-minute saute mode. Once warm, add oil or ghee, whatever you're using, followed by hing. You can add 2 to 3 pinches or as much as you like. Then some zeera, which is cumin seeds. Once zeera is spluttering, add the remaining spices, cloves and peppercorns if you plan to use them. You can also add any additional spices that you will enjoy in your khichdi. I do understand that often khichdi is made only when someone's not feeling well. Was that the case in your house?
Yeah, but we also had a few other kinds of khichdi's in our repertoire. We made the chane ki dal ki khichdi or the urad chilka khichdi or arhar khichdi. And this one, yes, was made when people were sick.
Right, and khichdi, learning from friends from different cultures and different parts of the country. It's opened up my mind also to the kind of khichdi there are and to the ways that one can serve it, the ways that one can cook it. Especially I have Bengali friends who love it during Durga Puja. So it can be very festive and it can be dressed up in so many different ways. Once garlic and ginger have started to brown, add onion and tomato. Stir them and cook them for a little bit. Then add all the ground spices. I'm using half a teaspoon each of salt, turmeric and red chili. You can adjust these to your taste and even add other spices like garam masala. Continue to cook and saute for another minute or two. Then add the rice and dal. You can either do like I did, add the grains and the liquid they've been soaking in, or remove the grains with your hand, gently toast them in the pan for a few minutes and then add the water. Make sure you reserve the soaking liquid because we need that for pressure cooking. The grains have been cooking for a bit. It's time to add water and close the lid to pressure cook them. Add about 2 cups and a little more of water. If you want to make a runny khichdi, add more water. Then close the Instant Pot lid and turn the venting knob to the sealed position. Press pressure cook. Make sure it's on high and set it for 10 minutes. The Instant Pot will first display on and then start the timer once it's hot. The safety valve will float up. At this point, you can leave it alone, make yourself a cup of tea, maybe catch up on a podcast, and set the table for when lunch is ready. Once the cooking time has elapsed, the Instant Pot will automatically go on to the keep warm setting. You can let the pressure release naturally if you're not in a rush. Otherwise, to open it, place a kitchen towel over the vent and turn it to the venting position. Make sure your Instant Pot is off and then open the lid. I've grown up eating khichdi with moong dhuli and sometimes a mix of moong dhuli and masoor. So why moong chilka?
Moong chilka does two things for that khichdi. It adds nutrition because of the peel being there, the chilka being there. So there's some added fiber to the resultant khichdi. And the second thing is the texture. Once you make it, I think you will really see there is a slight difference compared to the regular moong dhuli khichdi. In our house, we don't make that because it's considered quite plain and like, what's the point? That sort of a thing. So that's why we make it with the chilka one.
If you want a slightly more moist and runny khichdi, you can add more water at this stage and turn on the saute mode and let it bubble away like I did here. Or add more water at the beginning when you start pressure cooking. So my next question is about rice. I have basmati rice as my usual fallback. Have you tried it with any other kinds of rice?
I also make it with basmati rice. That is the rice I most commonly stock in my house. But in my parents' house, I have had it with basmati tukda or some other long grain rice. But mostly in our house it's mostly basmati like yours. So basmati tukda, or I think maybe try it with the sona masuri one day, which is also quite a delicious rice. Then of course Bengalis make it with their gobind bhog and other kind of rice. So you can try it with a lot of kinds of rice.
Once I was happy with the consistency of my khichdi, I put the lid back on and turned off my Instant Pot. Be sure to do this because it will flash a warning sign if you try to close the lid on saute mode. When you're ready to eat, open the lid and serve khichdi with a drizzle of ghee or butter or a glove of olive oil and your favorite sides. What is it that you enjoy the most about khichdi? Like now as an adult, cooking it for yourself, why do you make khichdi?
I make it because it's quick, it's fulfilling, wholesome. I quite like it with ghee and sometimes with a little bit of nimbu, achar, a sweet lime pickle. So all that is something I really appreciate.
I love it with aam ka achar and with a bit of salad, maybe even some dahi.
I think the way you described it, like with a salad and dahi and all that, that sounds like a perfect meal. So looking forward to hearing from you about how you found it.
Yes,
eventually.
absolutely. I wish you could eat it, but you'll definitely get to see it.
Yeah. That's good enough for now in pandemic times.
I know. So there you have it. A quick, easy, delicious and nutritious recipe that's a huge savior on busy weeknights, especially when we're juggling work from home. If you make it, please tell us how it turned out. Tell us what you've changed, how you've adapted it. We would love to know. Link to the full recipe is in the description below. Please like this video, share it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, bye.